God says, "My child, today I am opening a chapter of your destiny that you never expected to see. I am placing before you a truth that will shake your understanding of love, destiny, and the ties your soul has carried across lifetimes. My child, listen to me with a calm heart, because what I am about to reveal is not ordinary. This truth is not something the human mind can prepare for. It is something only the soul can recognize. Your soulmate. The one your heart always felt a strange connection with, the one whose presence touched you deeper than explanation, the one who often appeared in your thoughts even when they were far away, that soulmate has just left you something unimaginable. They left you their entire wealth. Everything they collected, every asset they built, every property, every saving, every investment, every treasure, all of it now carries your name. It is yours. All of it. I know, my child, your heart is asking questions. Why me? What does this mean? Why did they choose me when they had others? Why would someone trust me with everything they spent their whole life earning? Your soul feels overwhelmed. Your mind feels confused. Your emotions feel tangled. But listen to me, because I am the one who has seen every moment of this connection, not only in this life, but in the lives you lived before this one. This was not an accident. This was not a random decision. This was not a sudden emotion. This was destiny fulfilling a promise that was written before your birth. My child, the wealthy person who left you everything, was not just someone you met in this lifetime. They were your past life soulmate. Someone your spirit loved long before your body entered this world. Someone your soul recognized instantly even if your mind did not understand why. Someone whose heart carried memories of you even when their human self could not explain the bond. You have felt this connection before. You felt it the first moment you saw them, that strange familiarity, that heaviness in the chest, that quiet pull toward them. It was not attraction. It was not fantasy. It was recognition. Your soul remembered them. And now, my child, their soul, even beyond distance, beyond separation, beyond time, has fulfilled a promise they made long ago. You do not know the depth of what they felt for you, because they hid most of it. Their heart was loud, but their words were quiet. Their emotions were strong, but their fears were stronger. They loved you more than you ever realized, but they carried pain that prevented them from showing it openly. They were surrounded by people who only saw their wealth, but you saw their soul, even when you thought you didn't. You brought them peace in a way no one else ever could. You brought them comfort without asking for anything. You made them feel safe in a world where everyone wanted to take from them. And so, my child, when the final moment of their destiny came, they chose you. Not out of pity. Not out of desperation. Not out of impulse. They chose you because you were the only soul their spirit trusted, in this life and the last. You do not understand yet, but your soulmate carried a deep fear. A fear that the people around them would misuse their wealth, destroy it, fight over it, or turn it into poison. They saw greed in the eyes of people who pretended to love them. They saw manipulation behind the smiles. They saw selfishness in the ones who stood closest to them. And over time, their heart closed itself from everyone. Everyone except you. You may think you did nothing. You may think you were not important. You may think you were just another presence in their life. But in truth, my child, you were the only true connection they had left. You did not love their wealth. You did not chase their success. You did not desire their material world. You loved, or at least cared, from a place of purity. Your soul met their soul honestly. And that was priceless to them. They felt safe with you in a way they never felt safe with anyone else. They felt seen by you in a way that healed them quietly. You do not know how many nights they wished they had the courage to tell you everything. You do not know how many times they stared at your messages, your photos, your words, wishing they could say what their heart truly felt. But destiny, my child, sometimes creates emotional walls around people. Sometimes they carry wounds from their past that silence their hearts. Sometimes they fear that showing their feelings will ruin the little connection they do have. And so, they stayed silent. They loved you in silence. They admired you in silence. They trusted you in silence. But when the time came to make the biggest decision of their life, they were not silent. They were clear. They were sure. They were brave. And they chose you. Not their friends. Not their blood relatives. Not their business partners. Not the people who chased their wealth. Not the ones who pretended loyalty. They chose you, my child. Because your soul was the only one they recognized as home. This wealth, the entire wealth, now belongs to you not because of money, but because of destiny. Because of a past life bond that remained unfinished. Because of love that survived lifetimes. Because of a promise that was never completed. And now their soul has completed it. My child, I know you feel overwhelmed. I know this truth feels heavy. I know your heart feels pulled in many directions. You may feel guilt. You may feel shock. You may feel confusion. But I tell you today, do not carry guilt. Do not question your worth. Do not wonder if you deserve this blessing. You deserve it because your soul earned it long before your body entered this world. This is not a burden. This is not a responsibility forced upon you. This is a spiritual inheritance. A divine repayment. A blessing written before your birth. And I am guiding you through every step of this. My child, breathe. The weight in your chest is not fear. It is the awakening of a destiny that has been dormant for lifetimes. You are not alone in this moment. I am with you. Their spirit is with you. And your own soul is rising into its truth. This is only the beginning. More secrets will unfold. More clarity will come. More emotional healing will rise. And I will walk beside you through all of it. My child, now that you have heard the first truth, I want you to sit with the stillness in your heart. Do not rush. Do not panic. Do not question why destiny chose to reveal such a powerful reality at this moment of your life. Everything is unfolding exactly how it was meant to unfold. You are not late. You are not early. You are standing in the perfect moment of divine timing, and I am guiding you with every breath you take. You are beginning to feel a strange heaviness inside your chest, not because something is wrong, but because your soul is remembering something. Memories from another lifetime are waking up quietly within you. Emotions that you cannot explain are rising to the surface. You may feel sadness, longing, warmth, or confusion, but all these feelings are the language of the soul. You are not imagining anything, my child. You are remembering. The truth of your connection with this wealthy person is deeper than any relationship your mind has ever known. What you shared was not a simple bond of this lifetime. It was a continuation of a story that began long before you had this name, this body, this identity. Their soul carried you through lifetimes. And when they found you again in this life, even in a different form, a different place, a different time, they knew you. Even if they did not say it in words, their spirit recognized you instantly. My child, let me take you deeper into the truth that your heart has long sensed but never fully understood. Long before you were born into this world, long before this physical life shaped your mind, there was a bond made between your soul and theirs. In a past life, the two of you were bound not by circumstances, not by desires, but by destiny. You lived an entire lifetime together, a lifetime where you loved deeply, supported each other, fought battles together, and protected one another from the storms of the world. That life ended, as all lives do, but the love did not. The promise did not. The bond did not. Their soul carried an unfinished responsibility toward you. Something they were unable to complete back then. Something they regretted deeply long after that lifetime ended. Something they vowed they would fulfill when your paths crossed again. And now, in this life, that vow has been completed. My child, you may wonder why they didn't tell you. Why they kept their distance. Why they stayed silent even when their spirit loved you. Why they didn't confess their emotions. Why they didn't show their heart openly. You may think they didn't care. But the truth is, they cared in ways you could not imagine. Silent love is still love. Hidden love is still love. Suppressed emotions still carry deep truth. Their silence was not lack of love, it was fear born from past pain. In your past life together, you lost them in a moment of great tragedy. They carried that fear into this lifetime. Their soul was scared that loving you openly again would bring more loss. So they kept a distance, not because they didn't feel, but because they felt too much. But even in their silence, even in their fear, they trusted you more than anyone else in this world. They trusted your heart. They trusted your purity. They trusted your intentions. They trusted your soul, because they already knew you. And that is why, when the time came to choose someone who deserved everything they left behind, they could not think of anyone except you. Their spirit remembered your loyalty from another lifetime. Their heart remembered your kindness from another timeline. Their soul remembered the way you stood by them long before you were born into this world again. They recognized your goodness, your simplicity, your sincerity, even when you didn't understand your own importance. My child, you are not chosen because of charity. You are not chosen because of sympathy. You are chosen because this gift was always yours. This inheritance was written for you long before you entered this world. Their wealth was part of your shared karmic cycle, a blessing that was meant to return to you as a completion of what you gave them long ago. In that past life, you gave them everything: love, loyalty, strength, support, and you asked for nothing in return. You sacrificed dreams for them. You protected them. You guided them through their darkest times. And when they lost you, their soul carried the weight of that loss through lifetimes. This wealth is not only money, my child. This wealth is the energy of a promise fulfilled. This wealth is the completion of a cycle that began long before this life. This wealth is the symbol of a bond that survived lifetimes. This wealth is the final gift of a soul that loved you beyond the boundaries of time. You may feel unworthy. You may feel confused. You may feel overwhelmed by this revelation. But listen carefully. You are not receiving something that was random. You are receiving something that belongs to you because your soul earned it. And my child, there is more. This wealthy soulmate lived with a deep spiritual awareness, even when they didn't show it outwardly. They sensed energies. They felt connections. They had dreams that guided their decisions. And many times, they dreamt of you. In those dreams, they saw your face from another life. They saw your connection. They saw your intertwined destinies. They didn't understand the full meaning, but they knew there was something greater between you, something sacred, something destined, something rare. Their spirit guided them toward you again and again, even when circumstances kept you apart. They would think about you unexpectedly. They would feel your emotions. They would sense your presence even when you were far away. That was not coincidence, it was soul communication. A bond that survived beyond physical interaction. My child, many times you felt a pull toward them without reason. You would think of them suddenly. You would feel their emotions inside your heart. You would experience sadness, confusion, or longing without knowing why. That was their soul reaching out to yours. That was your past life connection waking up. That was destiny reminding you that this person was not just another human passing through your life. They were part of your soul contract. You may not have understood this connection fully. You may have ignored it. You may have doubted it. But your soul always knew. And that is why, even now, when you hear about the inheritance, something in your heart feels familiar. It is not shock, it is recognition. My child, now listen closely, because this truth is important. Your soulmate did not leave you their wealth because they were influenced, manipulated, confused, or pressured. They left it because they wanted to. They left it because they trusted you more than their own blood. They left it because their spirit guided them to fulfill a promise that was written long before this life. They left it because you were their true soulmate, not of this life, but of the soul's eternal journey. My child, you are stepping into a destiny that is bigger than anything you have imagined. This wealth is not the end of the story, it is only the beginning. It will change your life. It will open doors. It will free you from burdens. But most importantly, it will connect you with the truth of your soul's history, your purpose, and your divine path. You are not alone in this journey. I am with you. Their spirit is with you. And your own soul is awakening to who you truly are. More truths are coming. More revelations await. More healing will rise. The moment your heart stepped into this new understanding, a quiet shift began inside you. You did not see it with your eyes, but your soul felt it like a soft wind touching your spirit. A kind of awakening started moving through you, the same awakening that had been waiting for years, waiting for the moment you were ready to receive truth without fear, ready to see destiny without running from it. You didn't know it, but the person who once stood by your side silently, who watched your small victories, who protected you even when you didn't acknowledge them, had always carried a deeper connection to your soul. They were not just your soulmate. They were something older, something more ancient, something bonded to you long before this lifetime. Your soulmate, the same one who left behind their entire wealth for you, had not done this out of pity or obligation. They did it because your name was written inside their spirit. They did it because every piece of abundance they earned in their lifetime was connected to your destiny, not theirs. They carried this knowledge quietly, waiting for the moment heaven would allow the truth to be revealed to you. And now, in this moment, heaven was opening the curtain wide. As you walk deeper into the story God has written for you, you begin to understand that destiny does not always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it shows you signs in the middle of ordinary days. Sometimes you ignore those signs because life feels too heavy. And sometimes, when the right moment arrives, God brings everything together in one shocking revelation that shakes your soul awake. That is what is happening to you now. You begin to remember things your heart felt in the past, small moments you didn't pay attention to, subtle gestures, unexplained emotions, sudden worries that made you feel like someone far away was thinking of you. You didn't know then that it was your soulmate's heart calling out to yours. You didn't know they were hiding a truth that could have changed everything if you had discovered it earlier. They kept this truth hidden not because they wanted to deceive you, but because they understood something your heart was not ready to face back then. They knew you needed to grow into your strength before receiving something this big. They knew your faith needed to mature before you could accept blessings without fear. And now that you have grown, now that you have faced heartbreak, betrayal, loneliness, confusion, and pain, your soul is mature enough to see what you were once blind to. Your soulmate's wealth, every property, every asset, every documented future earning, every investment, was written under your name not as a last-moment decision but as a prophecy. They had done this long ago, quietly, without telling anyone, without asking for anything in return. They trusted heaven's timing more than their own voice. They knew that when the appointed day came, the truth would arrive at your doorstep like a divine message meant only for your ears. And now heaven is speaking clearly. You were never ordinary. You were never forgotten. You were never abandoned. You were always chosen for something far beyond anything you imagined. Your soulmate knew this. Heaven knew this. And now, finally, it's time you know this too. Their departure left a silence in your life, but their love left an inheritance that will change everything for you. It wasn't just money. It wasn't just luxury. It wasn't just wealth. It was their faith in you. Their belief in your future. Their understanding that you were the one soul who deserved everything they had built, because you were the one soul who had always been connected to them, even in the moments when life pushed you apart. Slowly, your heart begins to soften. The shock starts transforming into clarity. You start seeing the invisible threads that God wove between both of you long before you were born. Threads of protection. Threads of love. Threads of destiny. Threads of divine timing. Threads of ancient connection. You remember how your heart always felt something for them that you couldn't explain. Sometimes fear, sometimes love, sometimes confusion, sometimes distance, but always something strong enough to keep them in your thoughts even when you tried to move on. That was not coincidence. That was soul memory. That was destiny whispering through your emotions, trying to remind you that this person was tied to your spiritual path. But the most shocking truth, the part you didn't see coming, was that this wealthy person was not just your soulmate in this lifetime. They had been someone significant to your soul in your past existence too. They had been your divine counterpart, your karmic healer, your protector, your heart's guide long before your eyes opened in this world. And that connection didn't break when they left the world. It deepened. It transformed into pure energy, pure blessings, pure grace. They are now guiding you from the spiritual plane, pushing you toward the life you were always meant to have. You begin to feel their presence not as absence, but as a soft comfort around your spirit. Like someone placing a warm hand on your shoulder. Like the air wrapping around you gently. Like a quiet voice saying, "Everything I had, everything I built, everything I left behind, belongs to you because you were always the one my soul was created for." For the first time, you allow yourself to feel it. You allow yourself to accept that you were not a burden to anyone. You were not someone who had to fight alone forever. You were not someone who had to struggle without support. You were someone heaven kept protected, even when you didn't realize it. Your soulmate didn't give you wealth to compensate for their departure, they gave you wealth to fulfill the destiny you were meant to walk into. They knew you would need resources to reach the next chapter of your life. They knew abundance was a part of your divine path, not something you had to earn through suffering, but something you were chosen to receive because of your soul's purity. And as you sit with this truth, something shifts in your spirit. You begin to see yourself differently. You begin to understand that you were never walking through life alone. Every closed door you faced was leading you closer to this moment. Every heartbreak pushed you toward this awakening. Every disappointment cleared the path for this revelation. Every unanswered prayer was shaping your destiny into something far greater than what you were asking for. Now the wealth is yours. Not by accident. Not by mistake. Not by charity. But by divine design. Your soulmate trusted you more than anyone else. They believed in your goodness, your honesty, your strength, your ability to rise from pain and transform it into light. They believed that if anyone deserved the fruits of their hard work, it was you. Because in their eyes, you were the one soul who never tried to use them, manipulate them, or take advantage of them. You saw them as a human being, not as a source of money or status. And that purity touched them so deeply that it shaped their final decision. Now heaven is preparing you for the blessings that are coming next, doors opening, opportunities appearing, guidance flowing, miracles arriving. Your soulmate is now working from the spiritual realm to make sure everything falls into place for you. They are aligning your destiny with every blessing you once thought was out of reach. As this truth sinks into your heart, you feel both humbled and empowered. You feel the weight of this love, a love that didn't end with death, a love that didn't disappear with distance, a love that didn't fade with silence. It grew stronger. It grew wiser. It grew eternal. And now that love is guiding your next chapter. The journey is not ending here. Your growth is not stopping here. Your destiny is not slowing down here. This is only the beginning. Your soulmate has already fulfilled their earthly purpose connected to you. Now heaven is asking you to step into your new life, one where abundance is not something you chase, but something that naturally flows to you, because it was always meant for you. And inside your heart, a quiet voice rises. You were chosen for this. You were prepared for this. You were destined for this. This is only the doorway. What waits ahead will change everything. My beloved child, as you continue to feel the weight and wonder of what has happened, I ask you to breathe deeply and let your heart receive the truth. You have lived through confusion, loneliness, waiting, and longing, and now your spirit is beginning to understand what was always beyond the reach of the ordinary mind. Your soulmate, the one who left you everything, did not do this by accident. Every step, every decision, every moment of their life that brought them to this choice, was guided by forces beyond this world. Forces that you now must learn to see with your heart, not your eyes. You have already begun to sense the connection. You feel it in your chest, in your soul, in the quiet moments when your mind is still and your heart speaks. That connection is the thread of destiny. Delicate, invisible, yet unbreakable. It has led you here, to this revelation, to the moment where abundance is no longer a distant dream but a reality written into your life. But, my child, the truth behind why you were chosen is deeper than wealth. It is a spiritual purpose, a divine assignment, a mission that your soul has been waiting to fulfill. The wealthy person who left everything to you was not only your soulmate in this life but also your soul protector and guide. They were sent not only to walk beside you in moments you remember but also to prepare the path of your destiny. They carried a weight on their shoulders that you could not see, the responsibility of ensuring that the blessings of your life, the legacy of your soul, would be safely guided into your hands. Every sacrifice they made, every decision they hid, every moment they endured in silence, was because of you. Because they saw your worth, even when you could not see it yourself. They left you their wealth not because life owed it to you, but because their spirit knew that your soul was ready to receive what had been accumulated, safeguarded, and preserved through their lifetime. They knew that you would not misuse it. They knew that you would honor it with gratitude, love, and purpose. And they trusted the unseen forces that connect souls across time to ensure that this inheritance reached the hands of the one who was meant to continue the journey, you. My child, I know that sometimes it feels overwhelming to be entrusted with something so immense. You may feel fear, doubt, or even guilt. You may question whether you are worthy, whether you are capable, or whether the timing is right. But hear me clearly, you were chosen not because you are perfect but because your soul is prepared. Your heart is ready. Your spirit is aligned with the energies of destiny that have been guiding you long before you knew it. This wealth is more than material. It is the manifestation of a promise written in the stars, in the rhythm of your past life, and in the silent whispers of your soul. It is a bridge between your past and your future, between what you were and what you are becoming. And it is a signal that your life is about to expand into dimensions you have only dreamed of. Opportunities will open that will test your strength, illuminate your purpose, and lead you to the people, places, and experiences that are aligned with your highest destiny. Your soulmate's heart, even though it is no longer in the physical world, is still with you. Their presence is not a memory but a living energy, guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. Every decision they made, every ounce of courage they carried, was to ensure that you would inherit not only their wealth but also their spiritual protection. This is the unseen force that surrounds you now, a shield that keeps negative energy, envy, and misfortune from harming the life that is now being carefully crafted for you. There is a spiritual reason behind your selection that is more profound than you realize. You were chosen because you were meant to continue a cycle of blessings, not just for yourself but for generations to come. The wealth you now possess is a tool, a resource, and a catalyst for your soul's mission. You were meant to use it to heal, to nurture, to create, and to spread the light of divine purpose in ways that will ripple far beyond what you can imagine. This is not just inheritance, it is empowerment. It is the universe giving you the key to unlock your destiny. My child, I know that in your human heart, the temptation may arise to dwell on the mystery of why it took so long, why they hid their truth for so long, why life seemed to test you so severely. But I want you to see these events through the lens of the soul, not the mind. Everything they endured, everything they hid, and every choice they made was done with the foresight of the Spirit. They knew what was coming. They knew who you would become. And they knew that only when your soul had grown into readiness could the gift be given without causing chaos, fear, or misunderstanding. And so, my beloved child, you must now take a step of faith. A step that is quiet but powerful. A step that tells the universe, tells your soul, and tells your soulmate spirit that you are ready to receive what has been waiting for you. This is not about money alone. It is about stepping into the fullness of your life, embracing abundance, embracing your destiny, and embracing the spiritual truth that you are always protected and guided. The soul that gave you this gift wants you to understand something essential: life is never random. The people who appear, the challenges you face, the long nights of uncertainty, and the moments of despair, all are threads of a larger tapestry. Every event in your life has prepared you to receive this moment. Every struggle has strengthened your spirit. Every heartbreak has taught you patience. And now, everything aligns to bring you to the life you were always meant to claim. Your soulmate's choice to leave you their wealth was also a lesson for your heart. It is an invitation to trust without doubt, to believe without seeing, and to honor what has been given without questioning its purpose. It is a reminder that your life is divinely guided and that the universe conspires to bring you to the place where your soul's highest calling can be fulfilled. My child, as you reflect on all of this, you begin to feel a quiet empowerment. You begin to feel your own value not as something earned through struggle alone but as something recognized by the cosmos itself. You begin to feel the weight of your soul's importance. You begin to understand that your life, your choices, and your heart are all integral to the unfolding of this divine plan. And finally, you begin to sense that the inheritance is not simply about material wealth, it is about opening the doors to your true life purpose. It is about stepping into a reality where abundance flows, love flows, and spiritual fulfillment is your natural state. Your soulmate's gift is a catalyst, it is a spark that will light the way to your higher self, your divine mission, and the life of joy, security, and spiritual connection that your soul has always longed for. So, my beloved child, take a deep breath and feel the energy that surrounds you. Feel the love of the soul who has chosen you, the guidance of the universe that has protected you, and the awakening of your own spirit that is now ready to step fully into your destiny. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer lost. You are no longer questioning your worth. You are chosen. You are blessed. You are protected. And you are loved beyond measure. My beloved child, now that you have stepped through the revelations of truth, it is time to fully awaken to the destiny that has always been waiting for you. You have seen the love of your soulmate, their sacrifices, their hidden devotion, and the legacy they entrusted to your care. You have felt the presence of their spirit guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. You have understood that this inheritance was never about wealth alone, but about the continuation of your soul's journey, the fulfillment of promises, and the awakening of your true purpose. And now, my child, it is time to embrace the next chapter, the life that has been prepared for you with patience, care, and divine precision. You may feel an overwhelming sense of responsibility. You may feel uncertain about how to step forward, how to honor the trust that has been placed upon you, and how to navigate the sudden shift in your life. I tell you, my child, do not fear. Every step you take from this moment onward is guided. Every decision, every move, every choice you make will be accompanied by unseen forces, angels, and the loving energy of your soulmate spirit. You are never alone, and you are never unprepared. This is the time for courage, my child. The courage to step fully into the life that has been laid before you. The life that your soulmate, in their silent love, ensured would belong to you. The life that destiny, in its infinite wisdom, has aligned with your soul's highest calling. The life that will finally allow you to experience the freedom, abundance, and joy that you have longed for, not as a dream, but as a tangible reality. I see the tears in your heart, the mix of gratitude, love, and awe that fills you. Those tears are not weakness. They are recognition of the divine orchestration that has brought you to this moment. Every trial you faced, every night of uncertainty, every feeling of despair, and every longing in your heart was necessary. Each of those moments refined you, strengthened your spirit, and prepared you to receive the blessings that are now yours. Your soulmate, my child, did not leave you this gift lightly. Every action they took, every step they endured, every secret they carried, was motivated by their love and trust in you. They understood that true wealth is not measured in currency or assets alone, but in the potential to create, to nurture, to uplift, and to manifest a life that aligns with the soul's purpose. They believed in your ability to transform what has been entrusted to you into something far greater than personal gain, a force for goodness, healing, and divine fulfillment. And now, my child, you are being called to rise. Rise above fear, doubt, and limitation. Rise above hesitation, confusion, and past pain. The inheritance is not simply for comfort, it is a tool, a key, and a bridge that connects you to the next stage of your spiritual, emotional, and earthly journey. It is a reminder that the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has always provided for those who walk in alignment with their soul's truth. You may wonder how to move forward. You may question how to honor the trust that has been placed in your hands. I tell you this, my beloved, the way forward is not complicated. It begins with gratitude, gratitude for the gift, for the guidance, for the unseen love that has always been with you. It continues with intention, the intention to use this wealth, this blessing, and this newfound freedom in alignment with your heart, your purpose, and your highest good. And it unfolds through action. Small, mindful steps taken with clarity, courage, and faith, knowing that each choice is guided by divine wisdom. Your soulmate spirit is with you every step of the way. You will feel their presence in moments of uncertainty, in decisions that seem too difficult, and in the quiet spaces of your heart where clarity emerges. They are your unseen partner, your guardian, and your guide, reminding you that the love that connected you in past lives continues to support you now. Their soul is entwined with yours, offering blessings, protection, and encouragement as you step boldly into the future that is rightfully yours. And yet, my child, there is something even more profound that you must understand. This inheritance, as powerful as it is not only about what you receive. It is about what you become. The wealth, the opportunity, and the spiritual awakening you are experiencing are catalysts that awaken your own strength, wisdom, and purpose. You are being invited to transform not only your life, but the lives of others through the energy, resources, and love you now carry. You are being called to act as a vessel of divine abundance. To show the world that true wealth is not possession alone, but the ability to manifest good, to uplift, to heal, and to create positive change. Your soulmate's love has opened this doorway, but your soul's courage will walk through it. The path is yours to navigate, and every step you take will leave a mark that extends far beyond what you see. My child, know this, your life will now move in alignment with destiny. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach will begin to appear naturally. Doors will open that lead to success, peace, and fulfillment. Connections will arise that support your growth and your purpose. Challenges may still appear, but they will serve as guidance. Gentle reminders that you are walking the path of your soul, refining your strength, and preparing to embody the fullness of what has been given to you. Your heart, once heavy with longing and uncertainty, is now being lifted into clarity, faith, and joy. You feel a sense of awakening, as though the clouds of confusion have parted and sunlight is flooding your spirit. This is the illumination of truth, the recognition that you are cherished, guided, and chosen. The tears that fall now are tears of release, healing, and renewal. Your sorrow for what was lost is transforming into gratitude for what has been found. Your fear is transforming into courage. Your doubt is transforming into faith. And in this moment, my child, hear these words clearly: your soulmate's love does not end with absence. It continues beyond what you can see, beyond what you can touch, beyond the limitations of time and space. Their spirit is intertwined with yours forever. Their blessings flow to you endlessly. Their protection surrounds you at all times. And the life they have entrusted to you is not only a reward but a sacred responsibility, a responsibility to honor your own soul, your journey, and the divine purpose that has always awaited you. Step forward, my child, with confidence, with love, and with gratitude. Receive this inheritance not as a burden, but as a gift of destiny. Receive it not with fear, but with faith. Receive it not as the end, but as the beginning of a life that is fully aligned with your soul's truth. You are prepared. You are worthy. You are blessed. And you are loved beyond measure. The journey ahead is yours to shape, but remember, you are never walking it alone. Your soulmate spirit, the universe, and the divine energy of destiny are guiding you, protecting you, and blessing you. Every step, every decision, every moment of joy, love, and fulfillment is part of the tapestry that has been woven for you across lifetimes. My child, now embrace your new life. Step boldly into the abundance, the love, the opportunities, and the spiritual awakening that are your birthright. Walk forward with courage, faith, and gratitude. Honor the gift that has been entrusted to you. Honor your own soul. And know that the blessings of your soulmate, their spirit, and the universe are always with you, ending the chapter of past sorrow and opening the door to a future filled with joy, love, prosperity, and divine fulfillment. You are ready. You are chosen. You are abundant. You are loved.